with Dr. Carolyn Dini. I said we were going to talk about hyperactivity
and hypoglycemia.
And hypoglycemia.
Right.
Okay, now hyperactivity and also good alternatives to sugar. Okay, let's start with the problem with children and hyperactivity.
Right. There's been a lot of discussion about what causes it. I think there are many causes. One of the causes I definitely see is sugar and food additives and food coloring. When I can convince a family to take a sugar vacation, go off sugar for a whole week, and then maybe at the end of the week have a sugar binge. You know, look forward to having a party with a lot of sugar and whatever you want, but nothing for the whole week. Through that whole week, kids feel a lot better. They calm down. They're not off the wall. They're concentrating. Then when they have the sugar day, they go berserk. And the kids are the first ones to say, gosh, I don't feel well. I want to cut back on my sugar. So otherwise, we become adapted to the sugar because we have it every day. So you have to get off it. It's just like an addiction. You have to get off.
Okay, sugar, and you said food coloring. It's the red food coloring is it?
Yes, the red dye #2. But most of the food colorings are hard on kids. They can be allergic to it or somehow can just stimulate their nervous system.
What was the third thing you said for hyperactivity?
And additives.
What kind of additives?
Well, you take a label of anything. I think people should start doing this. Children should start doing this. Everything you pick up from now on in a box, you read what's on the label. If you can't pronounce the words, then you know it's a chemical. And I don't know how many people want to be eating and drinking chemicals.
But there are a lot of sugar substitutes that are on the market now. If you drink a can of pop that has 10 teaspoons of sugar, you can also buy the diet one that has no sugar, 1 calorie, but how many truckloads of aspartame, whatever.
And cyclamines, yeah.
So are they that bad? Or which is the worse?
I think both of them should be avoided as much as possible. I think an apple, a pear, some fruit juice diluted, some of this.
Yeah, look at this stuff.
Cocoa mint. It's delicious. You put it in your freezer, and it tastes like ice cream.
Until you read the bottom, it says a delicious, non-dairy soy drink delight.
No,
but you say it tastes really good.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great.
Okay.
I'm semi-addicted to it myself, but I think it's important for people to have alternatives.
Have they proven that sugar substitutes are bad for you, cyclamates and
aspartames? Well,
how do you pronounce it?
Aspartame.
Aspartame. Aspartans.
There are some studies in England that are talking about tumor production with aspartames, and we haven't heard about them over here. I'd worry about them. It's a chemical.
But people can say, wait a minute, they've already been approved. They use it in food, Carolyn.
Well, they approved other things, and then they had to pull back the approval after 10, 20 years of testing it on the population. Everything in moderation, and when you're talking about chemicals, even less than moderate use.
Okay, now wait a minute. We're on a desert island, Carolyn, okay? We've got pop. We got a case of pop here. There's nothing else to drink in this island. There's a case of pop. In each one, there are 10 teaspoons of sugar. Over here, there's a case of diet pop. Which one are you going to drink? There's nothing else to drink, and it doesn't rain on this island.
I'd balance it out, a little of both. I'm a moderate.
Oh,
really.
okay. All
yeah.
right. I didn't answer my question, so you have a half a can of this and a half a can of that.
Yeah.
But best of all, you should give it up and have water instead. Water,
fruit juice, diluted fruit juices, soy drinks, that in balance.
One of the things that our pediatrician has said for babies is people tend, instead of giving sugar water, which is definitely a no-no, plain water, but apple juice has got a lot of sugar in it.
A lot of sugar, yes.
So don't think you're doing your kid a favor. Dilute that, cut it down.
Dilute the apple juice. I mean, we have children with straight apple juice drinking it in a bottle and getting cavities.
Okay.
Watch out for fruit sugar, too.
A lot of children's medicine is very sweet to get them to take it.
Right, to get them to take it. Now, you can hold that up. In the book, I talk about 27 different homeopathic remedies. These are natural medicines that help any amount of conditions which are discussed in my book. A lot of people have been asking me, where can I get these remedies? So I've had a company called Dolisos make them up.
Oh.
And these people with the mail order, you can order
You can actually buy one of these things?
You can buy one of those things.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We're talking about, for 27 medicines, $85 for the book and the kit. Now, if you're talking about a medicine these days, you pay at least $7 for the prescription fee. So we're talking about remedies that are only a few dollars each.
Yeah, and in here you get Ignatia amara, right? Or your Joselium seperver, you know, and Acara montana's in here too. Obviously, it tells you what these things are in the book, and there's isn't this interesting? Good for you.
Yeah.
Carolyn is a medical doctor, and in fact was involved in homeopathic remedies at one point.
Still am. Oh yes, very much so.
Went back to school to get your degree because that's why people would listen.
Yes.
First you have to have. Now you have the degree, and now people listen.
Now people listen.
The book is excellent. I have the book at home. In fact, I was reading it the other day. It's called When You Can't Reach the Doctor. It's by Carolyn, and the next time you pick up that can of Coke or the milkshake, maybe you'd be better just look at that. It's disgusting. Thank you, Carolyn.
Thanks, Dini.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to look at a major problem across this country. Food banks. Are they with us forever, or will they ever go away?